Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Tale, Lauren Frey, Grim Clover, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. I have, I have had some weird problems with my eyes today, so I didn't feel comfortable playing video games. I didn't feel comfortable like doing a whole lot of stuff, watching movies, which I wanted to do. I still have like this TMNT movie to get through. I completely had nothing else to do besides read One Piece, and I actually ended up writing a little bit, a lot actually. Internet Blood Sports coming soon. I I read all of Volume 9 of One Piece, and this is of course like the volume where the Straw Hats are near Cocoa Village. They're like dealing with Arlong. Uh, we're getting a lot of Nami backstory, like a little bit more of an elaboration of over like what her motivation actually is. We get like a full picture look at her backstory. We get like the Straw Hat interactions, and I have to say, absolute Kino. Like I think I've gone on record like saying this before. Like every time I've read this segment, which has been a couple of times now actually. I keep starting One Piece over, and every time I do, I just end up being completely enamored with this sequence because I've long said that like Dame fascinates me as a character. Like I love everything about her, like from her personality and like the way she goes about things, like her actions with her crewmates, like her role in the plot, and above all, her motivations and personality. I think. I think the thing that really sells me on this is that Name is like a deeply flawed character that is somehow extremely sympathetic. I think in a lot of ways, Name, more than any other character, made me love anime. Like people talk about like their favorite anime characters and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of people like in my camp who really talk about like Name, who talk about Nami and her deal, right? How she was an orphan taken in by this by her adopted mother, Belle Marie, Belmare. I don't know how the fuck to spell it. No, living with her sister Jinko, no Jinko, and just living in this village, kind of like growing up and being invaded by pirates and going the situation. The volume really does a great job building up Name as a character, right? Building up her character, her motivations, and I think above all, like her overarching goal. Her goal that I think at this point in her life, like transcends her actual dream, like the thing she wants more than anything. Like, uh, Nami is putting aside her dream, like her actual goals, her actual ambitions, her actual talents, in favor of something for someone that she absolutely cannot stand, Arlong, the person who killed her adopted mother, who has forced her into sort of slavery, and has kind of like forced her into this position where he claims that if she works for him, he'll eventually let the villagers go. So Name has been living her life for the past 8 years working for this fish man, trying to establish herself as trying to acquire 100 million berries, doing whatever she can to bring together this like ludicrous sum of money. She's been super successful, but it's been very very hard on her. And I think that's the thing that really sells this part of One Piece is that a character that's been there since the very beginning. One of the characters that have been there from the very beginning, uh, a character we've gotten to know and get to understand. We finally get to know what her deal is. We finally get to understand it and understand her. And honestly, this is the mark of a great story. It's somehow more compelling than anything a fan could have come up with. No one could have put together like her her love of money as being anything more than just a quirky character trait, and just having it be tied intrinsically to her tragic backstory. Like nobody could predicted her motivations, but they make sense. They flow so naturally in with the rest of the plot. It feels so genuine and heartfelt, and you really feel it when Luffy gives her the straw hat and decides to go off and fight Arlong. Like it is an extremely impactful moment, Probably one of my favorite ever, honestly. Like seeing this fight for the first time, even seeing it now was just seeing the build up to this fight for the first time. Seeing it, and even seeing it now has been this experience that just sticks with you for like probably for the rest of my life. I'm not joking when I say this was something phenomenal. This was something special. This is something that like even time after experiencing it still gets a rise out of me. I absolutely love this volume. I love Nami as a character. I love this arc of the story. Probably probably my favorite in the entire thing that I've read so far. I doubt it's ever going to get this good. I think that's a big reason why I tend to drop off One Piece actually, because everything after this seems like a slight decline in quality. I don't want to say it's bad or anything, but like it never really resonates with me the same way. I This is absolute Kino, and I think if nothing else, you owe it to yourself to check out One Piece just for this one story arc.